Good day, I'm Dr. T and welcome to my office. So this summer, with traveling, I have enjoyed several audiobooks and, well, one of those I'd like to share today, which is Paper, Paging Through History by Mark, I'm not going to try and pronounce his last name, the author of Cod, A Biography of Fish, and Salt. I haven't read Cod. Salt was an amazing book. Maybe do a review on it here at some point. But Paper, Paging Through History is basically what you think it is. It's a history of paper, which is actually really interesting. There's a lot going on. He starts out with essentially pre-paper writing systems, or the mediums in which we write on. We normally think about writing as the characters we make, but we write on something. Ideas have to have a medium, and well, those mediums have a history. And he actually makes an interesting thesis here. This isn't just a history of paper. Instead, it is an argument to reframe the way we think about technology. Traditionally, we think about technology changing the world. The printing press fundamentally changed how we did society. But Mark makes a different argument. His argument is that the printing press did not change how we made society. Instead, how we did society, our needs and desires as a society, are why the printing press was invented. The printing press could have been invented much earlier, and he actually discusses cases where the printing press was a thing before Gutenberg came in with his movable type. Gutenberg was not the first one to come up with the idea of a printing press. Mark's argument is that because we needed more printed material, we had a desire, a greater level of literacy, a greater interest in reading. We needed a way to make books and pamphlets and whatnot easier, faster, and cheaper. And thus, we get the printing press. And Mark actually continues that the entire history of paper, and by extension, most technology, is governed not by some breakthrough fundamentally changing the way we do things, but by our needs forcing us to look for such a breakthrough so that we can fulfill our needs and move on as a society. Now, I do have to differ just slightly with this thesis that there are times in human history where the need for that breakthrough wasn't met. And as such, there's a little bit of narrative with the traditional narrative, or a little bit of play with the traditional narrative that is still valid, but this does make a very compelling argument that most of what we think of as technology is driven by need, necessity, the mother of invention, and not by chance or by technology just springing out of nowhere. Technology is created fundamentally to solve a problem. I recommend reading it. It's a great book. I did Audible. I do have a paper copy, which I happen to have acquired previously, but strong recommendation. Paper is a wonderful book.